Hello everyone and welcome back to another Logic update video. The devs have just released version 30 and there's a lot to cover, so sit back and enjoy the video. For version 30, we've had our biggest upload of sprites yet. Over 50 sprites has either been added or updated on the website, including characters like Sailor Moon, Ori, Ultros, and many others. The seed field no longer exists since it became redundant with recent changes. Now, in order to access your spoiler log, if you close the page, you can type in alttpr.com/the-language code. For this example, we'll use English, which would be en/h/ and then the seed number. The seed number should consist of letters and numbers and should be located at the end of the file name of the file you generated. Spoiler races, which is where you get 10 minutes to look at the spoiler log and determine your route before the race begins, now have the playthrough section of the spoiler log removed. The website has also been translated into multiple different languages: French, Spanish, and German. Double heartbeat speed has been added for those of you who need a little extra panic in your seeds. The initial integration of Randomizer into the main website has now been completed. The choices offered are more restrictive than the standalone application, but may be updated in future versions. Please note that standard game state is not yet supported with Randomizer. Selecting sprite, heart color, heart speed has been moved to after generation when you save the ROM. We have also removed the ROM options button. There is now only one game file instead of 3. This was done to create additional space in the ROM, which we can use for much more interesting features later. Instead of 3 individual 4-letter file names, you can now create one 12-letter file name, which will display in the same way as the old 3 individual files would have. Basically, you can still have fun with naming your files. There is also an item display which updates automatically when you find items in the game. This shows information like items and crystals collected. This tracker is also displayed on the final credits screen so you can visually see how much you've collected. Hash is now code at the top left-hand corner of your title screen, and one day may also be some other 4-letter word, so please don't get attached to it. Bomb and arrow upgrades have been removed from the item pool and replaced with 3 bombs and 10 arrow drops. The Pond of Happiness is now a shop that sells bomb and arrow upgrades. Throwing a bottle into a Great Fairy Pond is now much quicker. Zora and Kiki will now tell you if you're poor and don't have the adequate amount of rupees if you speak to them. When jumping down a floor from the big key chest in Palace of Darkness, you'll arm what is known as the exploration glitch. If you manage to reach certain rooms in the game without disarming it, you'll arm what is known as strong exploration glitch, also known as strong EG. Once strong EG is armed, taking damage or bonking will send you through the floor, forcing you to save and quit. As of version 30, weak and strong EG will now be disabled when exiting Palace of Darkness in no glitches logic only. There are 17 telepathic tiles dotted around Hyrule, and 15 of them now have a chance of giving useful hints. The two which are excluded are underneath Ganon and the Houlihan Room. I've included a link to how the tiles work down in the description below. A couple of things to note about the tiles. One tile hint will always hint at the location of Pegasus Boots, and in Key Sanity, one tile will always hint at the location of Ganon Tower Big Key. All known hardware crashes have been fixed. Logic has been added to account for progressive sword in Take Any Caves. Logic has been added to shops to account for purchasable keys and arrows. Prevented the archery game from being abused for free cash. Easy difficulty now starts you with 6 hearts instead of the 3. When 20 total hearts are reached, the surplus 3 heart containers revert back to rupees. The second copy of silver arrows in easy difficulty now correctly reverts back to the 10 arrows. The stun prize pack no longer contains fairies or full magic refills. And boomerang hookshot stun behavior has been fixed. Link's uncle now has an equal chance to give swords in standard randomized. Game crashes should no longer occur in Key Sanity, particularly in the Palace of Darkness. The ledge item in Zora's Domain should no longer have graphical issues. The freestanding item in Hera now increments the compass item tracker in Easy or Key Sanity. Dungeon items now track correctly if bosses have a progression sword in Easy and Key Sanity. You can filter locations on the Locations tab to narrow item locations searches by specific words, or alternatively filter by manually placed items only. This is done via the little eye icon near the top. The number of each item within the total prize pack pool can be chosen manually, or alternatively, each specific prize within the individual prize packs can be manually chosen. Hints and Rupee Bow have been added as toggles. A brand new game state has been added to the website. I should note that this is a much more difficult mode, and it is meant to be a more advanced way to play the game, and the devs do not plan to reduce the difficulty. The new game state is called Inverted. In Inverted, Link now starts in the Dark World, and the Moon Pearl is not required for exploration of the Dark World. Once you gain access to the Light World, however, if you don't have the Moon Pearl, you will turn into a bunny. The flute will only work in the Dark World, but still has to be activated in the Light World. The Magic Mirror will now warp you from Light World to Dark World in Inverted. And Link's house is now located in the Dark World, and the bomb shop is now located in Link's house in the Light World. Warp tiles are now located in the Dark World and take you to the Light World. All warp tiles are in the same geographical location that they were in the Light World, and all warp tiles have the same item requirements as they did in the Light World. There is, however, a new warp tile which exists one screen above where the vanilla bomb shop is located, which is unlocked by defeating Aghanim 1, as Hyrule Castle's gate warp no longer exists. For inverted mode, it is probably helpful to clarify what actions the vanilla bunny can do. As a bunny, Link can read things with the Book of Medora. He can pick up freestanding items, talk to NPCs, and pull the item out of the Master Sword pedestal. There are 4 different starting locations for inverted. The first is Link's house, which is now located in the Dark World. Dark Chapel, which is where the sanctuary would be in the Dark World. Dark Death Mountain, which still has to be unlocked by rescuing the old man. And on top of Hyrule Castle, in front of Aghanim's Tower vanilla entrance, which still has to be unlocked by defeating Aghanim 1. Ganon's Tower vanilla entrance now leads to Aghanim Tower, and there is no protective barrier, it's always open. Beating Aghanim 1 puts you in front of Aghanim's Tower vanilla entrance. Aghanim's Tower vanilla entrance now leads to Ganon's Tower. In order to access Aghanim's Tower, all 7 crystals are required to open the door. Beating Aghanim 2 will now put you in front of Aghanim's Tower vanilla entrance as well. Bat Ganon now crashes through the roof of Hyrule Castle after Aghanim 2 is defeated. The vanilla hole to Ganon on the pyramid no longer exists. A newly created entrance exists to the left of Hyrule Castle's main entrance, and this leads to below the Ganon fight. This new entrance is symmetrical with the Uncle's Hallway. Houlihan Room now exits to where Ganon's exit would normally take you on the pyramid, and hammer pegs have been added below to prevent Houlihan sequence breaks. For Turtle Rock access, you can now jump over the tail. The head entrance opens permanently, becoming a shortcut if exiting from it to the overworld. Both bomb-locked internal walls leading to the overworld are open, so no need to bomb them. Other terrain changes include the cliff below Ganon's Tower has stairs now for better Dark World Death Mountain exploration. The wall below Ice Palace has been mysteriously opened, allowing earlier access. Lake Hylia Island now has stairs. Graveyard Ledge now also has stairs. And Bombos Tablet Ledge now has stairs. Mimic Cave now has an open ledge above it to hop down. Floating Island now has a bridge across. South of Haunted Grove Cave has had the area flattened. Checkerboard Cave has had a portion of the top area flattened as well. And on top of Spectacle Rock, the area has been flattened. For Death Mountain access, the Vanilla Bumper Cave entrance now leads you to the Old Man Cave. Once you exit the Old Man Cave, you will, however, be on Dark Death Mountain. Please note, you still have to return the Old Man to his vanilla home. To access Bumper Cave, you must now enter the Vanilla Old Man Cave entrance in the Light World. Once going through the cave, you will exit on top of the Bumper Cave, however, you will now need to mirror over in order to access it. Some other notable changes for inverted mode include NPC followers no longer persisting through saving and quitting. This is to prevent soft locks. Updated mirror collisions in a lot of places to prevent out-of-bounds abuse. The Dark World shop near Ice Palace now stocks a blue potion, but this is a temporary logic fix, so expect that to be fixed in future versions. There is a known issue for version 30 inverted, where incorrect music is playing in various places, so no need to report that as the devs are diligently working on fixing it. If you'd like to check out the maps, I've included links down in the description below in order to access the new overworld maps with all the terrain changes shown for inverted mode. And just a reminder, no minor glitches are required by the logic for inverted, but some of them are now easier to perform. I'll post a link down in the description below in order for you to check out some of the minor glitches that inverted has to offer. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy version 30 as much as I do, and I will see you in the next update.